Let's see. This probably has some juicy details.
Ryu Aoki, current governor of Tokyo, age 42. That's even the same age as the young master.
Don't freak out. Maybe it's all a coincidence.
It says Aoki was a shut-in until he was 20. Then he suddenly took off for America. He took political econ courses at Harvard, where he became close friends with Hajime Ogasawara. Then they came back to Japan. You know, I think they founded Bleach Japan that year.
Maybe by then he was already making all his shadowy plans.
Bleach Japan's agenda is hardly shadowy. In fact, it was pretty damn heartwarming for lots of folks. Seeing those youngsters demand decency, and Aoki's popularity skyrocketed. He was on magazine covers, on TV. He was in the public eye every day. Got a gig as a commentator eventually.
That's right, and then he entered politics. He left Ogasawara in charge of Bleach Japan. Looks like he didn't win the governor race by a landslide exactly, but now his approval rating is 80%.
Plus, he's got no political enemies. Life's good for him.
Are there any articles that say he has another name? That's what I want to know.
I don't see anything like that. But I still think you're jumping to conclusions.
I wouldn't write off what Kasuga's saying, though. There's a lot of stuff that make perfect sense if it turned out Masato Arakawa is the governor.
Yeah?
Like what?
Like his sudden gain in political support that I was just talking about. That was all because he destroyed the Tojo clan with his Kamurocho 3K plan.
Was that the plan to wipe out all the Yakuza?
Yeah. After he rolled it out, the Tojo officers vanished from the city like so much smoke in the wind.
Vanished?
Yeah. I mean, they probably just fled the city out of panic. They knew they were on the verge of getting busted. The 3K plan enacted a bunch of new anti-Yakuza laws. The cops had a smorgasbord of violations to pick from. They could have booked the whole damn Tojo clan. So yeah, I assume the officers skipped town when they saw the cloud of charges hovering over them.
Definitely sounds like they were backed into a corner.
Right. Although it wasn't really the 3K plan itself that made them feel trapped. It was more because the Tojo's internal affairs got leaked to the police. And I'd bet my life the guy who leaked it was Masumi Arakawa.
Huh?
You think the patriarch of the Arakawa family colluded with the governor?
Well, if the governor is Masato like Kasuga thinks, then it's all in the family. Forget collusion. That's just plain nepotism. Hey, it would also give Arakawa a reason to betray his clan. He was more loyal to his son than he was to the Tojo clan. Most men would be.
Most men, yes, but not Arakawa-san.
Well, if you say so, but you have to admit, my theory makes sense. Arakawa is human. And what's more human than wanting the best for your child? Parents, even Yakuza parents, will do anything for their kids.
One thing I don't get. How did the young master hide his past? A Yakuza can't become governor.
Oh, maybe he bought a family register.
You can just buy one?
Yep. It's easier to create a fictional person than you think. Yeah, doctor up a photo, slap on a false name, and file a fake official register. I mean, you can get by on that for a good while. As long as no one takes a deep look at your file, of course. Otherwise, it falls apart real quick.
Well, of course it does if it's all lies.
Right, but if you altered an existing register instead of making one from scratch, the lies wouldn't be so obvious. Now, I'm thinking there was probably an actual shut-in named Ryo Aoki. Masato bought or stole Aoki's family register and is impersonating him.
Is taking someone else's family register really that simple?
I never said it was simple, but it is possible, especially if you've got money or the right connections. Don't you think, Kasuga?
The young master would have had the money and connections to do it. So yeah, I can see it. But why would he go to all that trouble?
To hide his Yakuza background, so he could be governor. The public would never accept a politician with Yakuza roots.
Ichiban, who told you that Masato was dead?
One of my senpai from middle school, back in Kamurocho. It was just the other day, actually.
Maybe the Arakawa family started spreading that rumor around themselves.
Hold on! Hold the hell on!
What? What is it?
The young master couldn't walk. He used a wheelchair. The governor can walk.
Oh, then they can't be the same person. How could he hide a disability like that?
Well, the article said Aoki studied abroad in the US, right? Maybe he got surgery there.
No, the doctor said he was wheelchair-bound for life.
Well, maybe here in Japan that's true. But sometimes you can get procedures done in the US that aren't available here.
Hey, who's the guy who looks like there's a stick up his ass?
That's the police commissioner, Orinouchi.
Oh, your eternal rival.
I think I've seen him before.
When?
Sometime before I went to prison. But when was it? Oh, right! I saw him at a cabaret club I took the young master to. Yeah, Horinouchi was this dude that the young master's favorite girl was in love with.
Ah, so the governor and the police commissioner used to be rivals in love. Bet that made for a awkward meeting.
Yeah, I'm sure they remember each other, especially if Ichiban does. I wonder what all went down.
Damn. Kamurocho's looking like a pretty big piece of the puzzle now. But I can't really put it all together yet. Confusing ass mess.
Well, no point in dwelling on it right now. Let's call it a day. I'm beat.
But guys, remember what Mabuchi said? The Omi Alliance is going to invade. You can sleep after hearing that?
Hell yeah. It's not like we can do anything about it when we're tired.
Good point. Let's head back and hit the hay.
We don't even need to head back.
Huh?
Hey, barkeep. Remember when I asked you about that room on the second floor?
Oh yeah, I cleaned it up for you. It's all yours.
Nice. Thanks.
What room?
There's some vacant space on the second floor. They're using it for storage right now, but I asked if we could use it as a hideout. I mean, your place definitely has its mood and all, but it was, getting kinda cramped. Here we'll have more room. Plus, at night, we can drink down here and then just stumble up to bed. How's that for convenience?
Yeah, it is great, but... You sure you're okay with this, pal?
Yeah, whatever. The room wasn't being used for anything, so it's no skin off my nose. Besides, I don't know how, but I heard you're fighting for the people of this town. And well, I'm not so desperate that I can't offer a shabby old room to a hero and his party.
Wow, dude. Thanks! We'll keep the room as neat as you keep your bourbon.
Smooth.
Wow. Enough with the whiskey puns, you two. You will drive me to drink.
Hey, if you don't like my jokes, you can forget about using the room.
Damn. Yeah.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey!
Dachi-san, what's up with the suit?
Oh, don't you remember? We're doing that out-of-court settlement.
Oh, yeah, Takashi-kun scraped that guy's bumper. And he demanded Takashi-kun pay him 1,000,000 yen, so you decided to meet with the guy.
Hoping it's just a damn con man.
Wearing a suit to the settlement, huh? You really care about this kid, Adachi-san.
Well, there's one more reason I was thinking I should look sharp today. You know how I sent a letter to Takashi asking for the contact info of the car owner? Takashi wrote back and said he wanted to be there when I meet the guy. Guess he finally wants to see his daddy longlegs in person. After 20 years of being sent money and all. You know, that whole time I came up with excuses to never meet Takashi. I just sent him letters.
So Takashi-kun's gonna meet Yamada-san for the first time today?
Yeah. I figured the least I could do is look the way a big shot should.
Except, even though it is a suit, it's pretty plain for a rich guy, ain't it?
Oh, give me a break, man. This is all I had. Anyway, I explained what's gonna go down here to the staff, so we're good on that front. Only thing left for me to ask is if, you're willing to stay and back me up, Kasuga.
Why me?
Well, a real daddy longlegs would have a lackey with him, don't you think?
Yeah, I guess.
Come on, don't make me deal with this asshole and the kid all by myself. Please, man.
Fine. But when you interviewed Takashi 20 years ago, it was in person, right? What if he remembers your face?
He was 5 years old at the time. No way he would remember me. Especially now that I probably look like his damn grandpa.
Here's hoping.
Excuse me, is Yamada-san here?
Are you Takashi?
Yes, I am.
Wow. Look at you, all grown up.
What?
Oh, no. It's just, I still imagine you the way I did when we first started writing each other 20 years ago. I'm Yamada.
We finally meet Yamada-san. Thank you so much for supporting me all this time.
Oh, I just enjoy lending a hand to promising kids like you. That's what a philanthropist does.
So, why are we meeting here? What is this place?
No, it's a bar I run as a hobby. I'm a big jazz guy.
So you're also a patron of the arts. Amazing. And who are you?
Oh, I'm Yamada-sama's stylist.
His stylist?
When you're as rich as this guy, you need someone to keep you looking sharp at all times. Never know when you're gonna get pulled into a meeting, you know? I shopped for days for the suit, just for today's settlement.
Well, it looks good on him. Great job.
Oh, you really think so, huh?
But why bring your stylist to the settlement?
Well, he, not only is he a stylist, he is also my trusty secretary.
Oh, wow. He's really versatile.
Now, Takashi-kun, where's the owner of this car you scraped?
His name is Hasegawa-san. He should be here soon. Oh, there he is.
Asking me to come all the way out here to a dive like this? All I can say is you better have my money.
There's a few things I'd like to ask you first, Hasegawa-san.
Oh, you must be Daddy Longlegs. What do you want?
Why are you demanding 1 million for a scratched bumper?
Because this is no ordinary car.
Oh, is that right?
I don't know much about cars, but it looked pretty ordinary to me.
It may look like a typical sedan, but it's actually a top-of-the-line British luxury car. And now I have to send it back to England for repairs.
Right. Mind telling us how the accident went down?
Well, I was just sitting there waiting for the signal, and this kid here, barely paying attention to what he's doing, of course, just pulls up right next to me on his bike. That's when his pedals scraped up against my bumper.
Takashi-kun, does all of that sound right to you?
I guess. It didn't feel like I hit anything. I mean, I felt the hem of my pants sliding along something, but...
Ha! I wish it'd been the hem of your pants! When I heard the scraping sound, I looked over just in time to see your pedal gouging the hell out of my paint job!
Really? Well, that's funny.
What is?
If it was a regular sedan, all you'd be able to see from the driver's seat would be the hood. No way you'd see the bumper down below.
Oh, in my car, you can see it. Steering wheel's on the left, you know. You obviously don't know much about foreign luxury cars.
On the left, huh? That's even funnier. Didn't you say the car was from England? Did you know British and Japanese cars both have the wheel on the right?
You might want to come clean before you dig yourself a deeper hole. I say the mark on the bumper was already there, and the car's about as British as me.
So what'll it be? Admit you were trying to pull a fast one and we'll let you go. But if you decide you want to keep bitching over nothing, then my secretary here will have to intervene.
By the way, I'm not just Yamada-sama's secretary. I'm also his bodyguard.
Ah, fuck!
So, it really was all a scam.
And a shitty one at that.
Wait. Yamada-san, did you know it was a scam from the start?
More or less. 1 million ain't much to a guy like me, of course, but us rich folks don't like our money going to criminals. We gotta do our part, you know?
Wow, rich people are so cool.
That we are. So, how about that bar exam, Takashi? Think you'll pass this year?
Well, actually, I found out I didn't.
Oh, that's a shame.
But you know, the average age of the people who do pass is 29. So I figure as long as I pass it by then, I'm good.
Isn't that, 4 years from now?
Yeah, and when I do become a lawyer, you'll be the first to know, Yamada-san.
Ah, looking forward to it.
Thanks. I have some studying to do today, so I'm gonna get going.
Hang in there. 4 more years of sending money. Oh, man, that's gonna be tough.
Here's hoping it only takes 4 years.
Wait, what do you mean?
If he's getting caught up in a simple scam like this, how's he supposed to understand the points of law?
Hey now, don't be like that. No, he's just too honest, is all. And who knows, maybe he'll pass next year.
I sure hope so.
Well, either way, at least he bought my rich guy act.
Yeah, well, we can thank my little performance for that.
Your performance? I was the one with the starring role. If there... You know what? Whatever, man. Let's just celebrate the fact that we pulled it off.
Yeah, with the cheapest drinks money can buy.
Kasuga-san, guess what? I finally got more details on that rumor.
What rumor?
You know, the one I mentioned earlier? Trust me, you're gonna want to hear this.
Hey, if it's juicy, let's hear it.
So, I heard this from a customer, but apparently there's a shipping company called Zhoulong Trading over on Eugene Street. And if you tell the guy working there a certain password, he'll let you into a top-secret weapons shop.
This shop's not legal, is it?
Doubt it. According to the rumors, he's pretty much cornered the black market. So, if you need anything dangerous and illegal, he's your go-to guy.
Whoa, sounds intense.
I know, right? I bet he's got the coolest stuff. Hey, what do you think this guy looks like? You think he's one of those sexy anti-hero types? If only I could meet a guy like that. You think he'd want to say hi to me?
No, that's probably not a good idea. Something tells me he's more villain than anti-hero.
If you say so.
Anyway, you have any idea what his password might be?
Oh, let me think. It was... Lao Chow Chow Ya. There we go.
Love Choo Choo Yeah?
Wrong. Lao Chow Chow Ya. I'm clueless as to what it means, if anything at all.
Lao Chow Chow Ya. And I just say it to the dude who works there.
Well, do keep in mind, this is all hearsay, but where there's smoke, there's fire, so some of it might be true. And besides, even if he does turn out to be a villain, you're strong enough to make it out alive.
Appreciate the vote of confidence. I guess it wouldn't hurt to check it out. Thanks for the tip.
Now, if he really is my type, nice body, a little on the wild side, hook me up with a date. Nice to see you. Nice to see you.
Right. Yeah, okay. Thanks for letting me know.
What's up, Sachan? Looking kinda down there.
Oh, Ichiban.
Something happened on the phone?
Just more Nanoha drama. I'm starting to get all too clear a picture of that jerk she's dating.
Oh yeah, Katsuragawa, right? The consulting guy, or whatever.
The girls from the club looked into him. They saw him with Nanoha on a date. Look at this picture they took.
And that's Nanoha and Katsuragawa?
Yeah. Doesn't he look shady as hell? What is she thinking?
Hey, I get what you're saying, but you can't judge someone just from the way they look.
Okay, take a look at this picture then. See the guy in the background with the sunglasses? His name's Yamashita, and he's like the bodyguard in Katsuragawa's creepy little posse.
Bringing a bodyguard on a date? Yeah, that's definitely out of the ordinary.
You think? And to make matters worse, the girls told me the conversation he had with Nanoha. It was 100% bad news. I'm sure Katsuragawa has it in for her.
What do you mean? What did you girls hear?
Katsuragawa's consulting firm isn't doing so hot right now, so he wants to borrow money from Nanoha.
How much?
2 million.
He decided a date was a good time to ask for a huge loan? I think even I've got more game than this guy. But anyway, Nanoha said no, right? I mean, she needs that money to support her dad.
Actually, when my dad switched facilities, Nanoha found out she had a little more spending money. Apparently, she's already lent him 500,000, and now he's asking for 2 million more.
Seriously? Good. Even if Nanoha has that much to spare, she should be saving it for her future.
And Katsuragawa knows that. But somehow he found out Nanoha used to work at Otohime Land.
He did?
So he asked her to go back and start making bank again.
What?
And this is the guy who didn't even bother to help her when she was in trouble. In fact, I think he basically stopped calling her right after Dad started to need round-the-clock care. But now that that's dealt with, and Katsuragawa knows about Nanoha's stint at the Soapland, he's trying to schmooze his way back in.
I mean, Nanoha's not an idiot. She can always just change the subject whenever he asks for money, can't she?
Don't you remember how she wanted to go out with him way back when I first said no? She was head over heels for him back then. I don't know how she feels now, but It sounded like she held off on saying yes or no, but I'm afraid she might actually go back to the soapland.
You think so? Damn, this guy's a piece of work. If he really does roll with a biker gang, it must be as the shit stuck on their tires. What other kind of guy would be pushing his girlfriend to work at a soapland? To cover for his failures?
So you're having the exact same thoughts as me. Nice to know I'm not crazy.
Crazy? Sajan, even if he wasn't such a bastard, Nanoha could still do better. We gotta get him away from her, before she gets scammed and hung out to dry.
But Nanoha never listens to me. She's not about to start now.
Well, if she won't listen to you, maybe she'll listen to me.
What? You?
Why not? We both used to work at Otohime Land, so it's not like we're complete strangers. But yeah, just leave it to me. She and Katsuragawa are history.
Wait a second. If you go meet up with her, don't you think she's gonna wonder how you know about Katsuragawa?
I'll just say Sayako told me.
No, you can't tell her that you and I know each other.
Huh?
Think about it from Nanoha's perspective. She'll say to herself, if Saiko knows about this, then she must know about the Soapland. Don't you see?
Guess you have a point there. My bad.
It's okay. I can tell how much you care about this, and I really appreciate it. I don't know what good it will do, but I'll give her a call. Never hurts to try.
Alright. Good luck.
Sorry to make you listen to all my family drama, Ichiban.
It's no problem. I care about Nanoha too. She's my ex-coworker after all.
Still, thanks.
No way is this over. Wonder what'll happen. Look at me. I'm just as nosy as Sachan.
Don't waste my time. Right. I am secret. I'm not that down.
Let's go!
Here we go. This'll be good practice. I got this. Right.
Let's go!
You're gonna get done. Right.
I feel the stats going up!
Look at me go!
Yes! I'm getting stronger! I got this.
You're in it now!
I am secret. You're gonna get a wall. Here we go.
Cool!
Senile old bitch. Do you want your bar destroyed? Huh?
You boys do what you gotta do.
Listen, Granny. I don't gotta do anything. It don't benefit me at all to wreck your place. So why don't you just tell me what I want to know? Where's Kasuga? Folks said you would know.
If everyone told you to jump off a cliff, would you?
You should jump off a cliff, crusty old hag. Oops. Sorry. I didn't mean to hit so hard. It's been a while since I've punched a woman. So, do you feel like talking yet, Grandma? Give it another swing. And this time, try to have better aim.
Yes, sir.
Kasuga, you decided to show up.
Idiot. Why are you here?
I'm the kind of guy who does whatever I'm told not to do. You okay, Hamako-san?
Don't think that I was trying to protect you guys or anything. It wasn't like that.
Oh, sure. You just didn't approve of these guys' bad manners, right? You're too classy a lady.
Yep. They just weren't up to my standards.
Will you let us handle it from here, though?
Yeah. I think you've got it.
Here, stop right there!
Out of the way, you shit.
Are you already back in the chairman's good graces, Totsuka?
I don't care what he thinks of me anymore. I'm done with the old man.
You are?
Yeah, because the stupid Ijincho standoff was a fucking scam. Our bosses forced us to sit on our asses no matter what happened. Meanwhile, they raked in the cash.
Who told you that?
Bleach Japan. They've been spreading the word. We're not gonna be a goddamn joke anymore. Hell, the chairman's acting like Lauman never even shot up our boys. Our captain left to raid Zhao's men, and now he's a guest in Zhao's restaurant.
It's all bullshit and we're not taking it anymore. My boys here agree with me. We're all together on this. You can't stop us, Kasuga. Even our brothers at HQ are ready to tear down Hoshino.
Let me get this straight. You become top dog, and the first thing you want to do with that power is come after me?
Sure. Come after you, tear you limb from limb, dump the pieces in the bay.
Huh. Well, let's say you actually managed to pull that off. Then what?
Then I take control of the counterfeiting racket, along with this entire fucking town!
Beat him down! Right.
Take your best shot.
I'm not that
Bring
down. You sure you can beat me? You're gonna be in a world of hurt.
Check this out. I'm going for the juicer on your ass.
I wouldn't underestimate
I got this.
Right.
Take your best. Let's go.
You're gonna get stomped. You sure you can beat me? I got it.
You are no Yakuza leader. Go play king of the playground at some park. If Hamako-san ever tells me you showed your sorry-ass face around here, I'll roll you into a bamboo mat and toss you in the river. That's a promise. We clear?
We're clear.
Hello?
It's Zhao. I'm really busy, so I'll make this quick.
Okay.
We underestimated Bleach Japan big time. Turns out the Omi Alliance is behind them. From the start, their plan was to take out the Ijin 3. Laoma was just using you to get that done.
I was thinking the same thing.
Wait, you already knew? Ha! And here I thought I was finally gonna get a thanks out of you.
Someday.
Maybe I shouldn't bother telling you the other stuff I know.
Do it just in case, you know?
As we speak, Bleach Japan protesters are marching to Komijul. About 1,000 of them.
What?
Yeah, and the crazy thing is, they aren't civilians. They're Omi soldiers. It's a Yakuza invasion disguised as a political protest. Fucking coward.
Seriously.
They're gonna try and get at the counterfeiting machine. I just know it. The Great Wall's strength depends on that thing.
So the Omi want to expose the Ijin 3's whole operation?
They're just the muscle. The orders come from Bleach Japan. Bleach Japan knows all about the counterfeiting.
And they figure if they destroy that, they'll destroy the Great Wall.
Yeah, but that's where you come in. Assuming you still want to lend the Komijul a hand.
Why us? Why not your guys?
I wish I could use my guys, but there's sort of a coup going on.
What?
Mabuchi's been whipping all the boys into a frenzy. They ain't happy the counterfeiting was kept secret.
And what? Now it's full-on mutiny?
Yeah, he's out there saying the Ijin 3 bosses live the high life without sharing the wealth. A lot of my crew are buying it. My chances of getting a knife in the back are pretty high right now. And so are Chairman Hoshino's. So yeah, I'm not gonna send away what few loyal guys I got left.
I get it.
So could you help? Don't make me beg.
You begging me might be interesting.
Look, help us now and the Ijin 3 will forget all about the Namba business.
Really? Do I have your word on that?
Yeah, I'll talk to him myself. They'll come around. We got a deal?
We do. But I still feel like I'm getting the raw end of it.
As long as you're taking it. Ah, shit, I'm out of time for chit-chat. But let me tell you one more thing. The guy giving these orders to Bleach Japan, it's the director, Ogasawara.
He hung up. He asked us to go help the Komijul.
Us? Help them?
In exchange for letting Namba off the hook, right?
Yeah, your hearing's good, Adachi. Did you also hear that Ogasawara's behind the whole thing?
So I guess we'll be paying him a visit too.
Definitely. I've got a lot of questions for our pal Kume.
Hey ya. Right. I'm not backing down. Here we go. Oh.
いらっしゃいませ。
Who's hungry?
Me. So good. ありがとうございました。いらっしゃいませ。
Who's hungry?
Okay, let me dish you guys up.
Who are you trying to impress, Sachan? Just sit back and relax, would you? You don't gotta put on the classy lady act for us.
Oh? And just what is that supposed to mean?
Well,
If you think I'm doing this to earn brownie points from you nerds, you're wrong. I only serve because that's the power play.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yep, purely self-motivated. Same thing when girls offer to divvy up the salad.
I don't get it.
I'm saying, a girl who takes the initiative to serve the boys is really just angling for a better plate for herself.
Dang, you guys think on a whole nother level.
seriously though, here I was thinking girls were just showing some generosity.
Well, you're free to believe what you like.
Okay, then I believe you're a kind, sensitive soul whose willingness to serve us chicken is but one of your many acts of compassion.
Yeah, like a mother. That's why you heap on the salad with all that extra love and care.
You did not just compare me to a mother. You two are so dense. And by the way, don't leave those skewers lying out. You'll stab yourselves.
Thanks, Mom!
Thanks, Mom.
Oh, shut up!
Good. ありがとうございました。
Everything's spinning. Do something.
Feeling better.
Get out of town, illegals! And let us in! It's our city! Damn electricity thieves! Who are you? Where'd you come from? We know you're a bunch of criminals! Open up already!
Okay.
That's right. Yeah! Huh? Listen. Come on! Let's do it!
Leave it to me. I have secrets too. You're gonna be in a world. Try and sure stop. You want to get hurt? You serious right now?
Let's get it done!
You sure you can beat me?
Feeling good. Let's go! Let's go!
Hope you're ready. Ha!
Take your best shot.
Hope you're ready. I wouldn't underestimate you.
Ass kicking time!
Huh?
Check this out! It's all or nothing! Alright, let's do it! Going in!
Try and stop me. Try this on your side. You sure you can beat me? You're gonna get stomped.
Let's get it done! Come on now! Desperate
Oh,
shit
you want
call
it
for
hurt?
desperate measures! Feeling good. The enemy is feeling better. Nice! Nice!
I did it!
Ridiculous!
Hey.
Yo.
Yo. Sup?
Hey ya.
Wow.
Oh yeah, here we fucking go!
Damn, they're pulling out all the stops.
Where's Ogasawara? You see him?
No! There's too many people!
Even if he's here, there's no way we can get to him in this crowd.
Hey! You with the spider hair! Ah, shit.
That's the guy Kume was with.
Look at this riffraff! Let's show them they're not welcome!
I think we better make ourselves scarce.
Agreed.
You think we'll let you rats scamper away? Prepare to be exterminated!
Let's do it!
Hope you're ready. You're gonna be in a whirl.
Hey! You're
in it now!
I'll show you. Try and stop me. You sure you can beat me? Try this on your side. Try this one.
I got this. Let's get it done. Ooh, there we go.
Look at me go!
Yes! I'm getting stronger!
You piece of...
Yo! Who gave you permission to start the party without me, you little shits?
Asshole! Quit swinging that thing around!
I thought I was a goner.
Kasuga, that's an Omi Alliance lieutenant.
Lieutenant?
Reiji Ishioda. Don't you remember him?
I don't think so.
Really? He was at that officers' meeting in Kamurocho. The place where you were shot.
Hey, I've seen that mangy-ass hair before. Do I know you? Yeah, I remember. You're the guy the acting captain shot.
So what if I am?
I'm surprised you're alive. Why are you here?
Oh, it's a real tearjerker of a story. You better grab some tissues before I tell it.
Oh, damn. That dramatic, huh?
Do you actually want to hear it?
No, you dumbass. Tell your stories in hell. Time to go balls to the wall!
Shit!
Watch out, Ichiban!
Let's get this show on the road!
Listen, guys. One smack of that wrecking ball and you're done. So whatever you do, watch where it's going.
We still have to watch out for his little army, too.
Let him come. You see what just happened? He took out his own crew.
Yeah, they're scared now, so they might hang back. Keep your eyes on that ball.
I got this.
Let's go.
Lie.
I'm not backing down.
I have secrets too. Ha!
Right.
You're in it now.
You sure you want to get hurt?
Don't get cocky.
You serious right now?
This out! Gonna feel this one!
Okay.
Check this out.
You're gonna be in a world of hurt.
I'm going presidential on you.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's see. This some kind of joke?
Going in.
Sure you can beat me?
I'm not backing down.
Come on.
Stop. Right. I'll show you.
Here we go.
You sure you want to get hurt?
Get alive.
Use this.
Cool. Come on now. Got something for you.
I'm up.
I wouldn't underestimate me. You serious right now?
Take your best
I'm
shot.
gonna be in a world of hurt.
You
Right.
sure you want to get hurt?
Try this
I
on
got
your
this.
side.
Alive.
I wouldn't underestimate
You're gonna
me.
get stomped.
Check this out. Oh yeah?
Desperate times call for desperate measures!
Sorry now.
Let's go.
Okay.
You're in it now. Let's go.
You're gonna be in a world of hurt.
I got this.
Right. I'm not backing down.
Come on.
I have secrets too. Here goes.
Take your
You're gonna
best
get.
shot.
Here we go.
Check this out.
Cool. You wanna go? Come on now. It's all or nothing. Oh yeah? Come on.
Okay.
I'm up.
You're gonna be in a world of
Is
hurt.
this some kind of joke?
Let's go. Thank you. Don't get cocky.
I got this. I'll show you. Ha!
You're gonna get stomped.
Okay.
Right.
Get alive.
You
Don't
serious
get
right now?
cocky.
Here. You sure you can beat me?
You're gonna be in a world of hurt.
I've gotta try. Yeah.
I'm struggling here.
You sure you want to get hurt?
All clear! Oh yeah?
Okay.
Here we go.
Get alive.
Huh?
Let's go.
I'm not backing down. You're gonna be in a world of hurt. I'll do my best.
Okay.
Right.
Sure you want
You
to get hurt?
think?
Feeling better. Yeah.
I'm not backing down.
Brace yourself. Come on. Let's go. You're done now. Back in my front.
Too close for comfort.
I feel the stats going up.
Damn you! Why can't you just stay in one fucking place?
Oh, what the hell? That thing still works?
What's wrong with this piece of shit? Maybe I'll just give it some more juice. Let's have some pancakes.
Sancho! Atachi-san!
My condolences to the recently squished. It's kind of a damn shame to have to flatten that woman, though. She was just my type. Huh? This damn thing's stuck.
That was a close one. Let's get the hell out of here. That dude was into you. Why do you always attract the weirdos?
Shut up! I don't really want to think about it.
Hey! What's happening over there? Got pancakes or not? Clear that rubble and let's find out.
Yeah. Wow. Yep. Hmm? No. Hmm? Hey. Damn.
Irashai? Arigato.
Welcome.
Hey, we actually ain't here for a meal. Huh? Hmm? Huh?
What?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yo.
Yes, sir, I see. Well, if that's what you really want, then we'll comply. I know you don't have too many options right now.
What did Ogikubo say?
Kasuga, will you lend us a hand? We only have about 2 minutes before the Omi arrive. That's not enough time to burn all the evidence of counterfeiting.
Wait, you're going to burn it all?
Yes, Ogikubo ordered us to pull the plug. There will be no more fake currency made in Ijincho. None of us realized how serious the Omi Alliance was about destroying the Great Wall. That failure is on us. Shutting it down won't be enough. That would allow evidence of Ogikubo's involvement to survive. We need to burn it all. That's my decision. Jungi-han, see that a healthy fire gets started.
Songui, that will burn down our entire surveillance system, as well as our home, the only safe haven for us in this world. Everyone living here depends on it.
I know. I'm aware of the consequences.
Then please, forgive me for questioning you.
야, 히바리온 모조리 다 가져와. 시간 없어. 서둘러.
You're really going to burn it all down to save Ogikubo? Even if it costs you everything?
Ogikubo was the only one who ever gave a shit about us. He carved us out a home. It wasn't perfect, but we owe him so much. I'm doing this to pay back our debt to him. I wouldn't even call it a true sacrifice.
Most people would call it arson. You want us to help you?
Not with the burning. I just need you to stall the Omi Alliance. Keep them here, at this spot. It won't be for long. We just need enough time to get the fire going.
I don't know.
Please! We need you!
Songui, please, don't.
Yeah, enough already. Stand up straight.
Huh?
To be honest, I never really liked you. And I hope you realize we don't owe Ogikubo shit. But a woman as proud as her doesn't bow without a hell of a good reason.
Ooh.
She's finally speaking from the heart. This is as real as it gets. Do you understand?
I do now. Sorry. I'm kinda dense when it comes to women.
Not me. I'm good in that area, in case anybody was wondering.
So you'll help? You'll stall them?
Yep, we're doing this.
Saiko-san.
Yeah?
Thank you.
Yep.
Not bad.
Compliments to the chef. Compliments to the chef. Tasty.
Yo.
Here they are. Hey, I recognize most of them.
You guys aren't dead? Shouldn't you be splattered on a wrecking ball?
Nope. Lucky you. You get to fight us again.
It's just crazy you're still alive.
Me?
Yeah, think about it. First, you were shot by Captain Arakawa. Isn't that right?
None of your business.
I mean, by all accounts, you should be dead. Doesn't make sense.
What do you mean by all accounts?
I heard Arakawa had his own men dispose of your body. Next time I see him, I should ask him why you're still alive. Well, why you were alive.
Ogasawara-san, the printer's in there. They're trying to burn the evidence.
Ishiura-san! Shit. No wonder there were hardly any Komi-Jewel guards. They were all busy barbecuing the place.
Ichiban, move! What are you doing? We're about to lose all the evidence!
Nobody's getting past me. Sorry, but I made a promise to Songhui.
You did what?
I swore to her that I would buy her enough time to torch the joint. And Namba, this is for your sake too.
You son of a... Ichiban!
Hurry up and take them out!
This time, I'll make sure you die!
Don't get in my way.
I'll fucking cremate you.
show you.
I got this.
You're gonna get stomped.
You gotta do better.
Right.
Give it up already.
Try this on for size. You sure you want to get hurt?
Cool. Don't get cocky. Come on now. Chicken time.
You're gonna be in a world of hurt. Sure you can beat me?
Shot. Let's go. ちょっと来てくれ。
You're gonna get stomped.
Watch this. Get cocky. Let's go.
I got this.
Let's go.
I wouldn't. I'm not backing down. I've gotta try. I have secrets too.
You gotta do better. Let's get it done.
Huh?
Give it up already.
You sure you
Check
want to
this
get
out.
hurt?
You wanna go? Got something for you.
Right now?
Do something.
Don't get cocky.
Here.
You're in it now.
Thank you.
I'm up.
You're gonna be in a world. I wouldn't underestimate you.
Going in. Someone's gonna pay. For fuck's sake.
Okay.
Have fun with it. Take care of someone.
Right, let's see. I'll show you.
For fuck's sake. Someone's gonna
Come
pay.
on now.
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
I'm not backing down.
Take
I
your
got
best
this.
shot. Right back at you.
Come on.
This some kind of joke?
Get alive.
Use this.
Thank you.
Okay. You're gonna get
Let's go. Let's go.
You sure you want to get hurt? I got this. You're gonna be in a world of hurt.
Take your best shot. Let's go.
I have secrets too. Feeling better already. It's go time.
Come on.
Do something.
You sure you can beat me? You feel this one. You serious right now?
Take your best shot.
Right. I'm not backing down.
You're in it now.
Get alive.
Here.
Thanks, yo.
You sure you want to
I'm
get
up.
hurt?
Going in.
You're gonna be in a world of hurt. Here we go. You sure you can beat me? Try this on for size.
Shot. Cool. Check this out.
You're
So
gonna
or
get
nothing.
stomped. You sure you want to get hurt?
Oh yeah? Right back at you.
I got this. I'm not backing down. I'll show you.
You gotta do better. Let's go. Good to go.
Right.
Don't get cocky.
Check this out.
I got this.
You're gonna get stomped.
Come on now.
Oh yeah?
I wouldn't underestimate. You're gonna be in a world of hurt.
I'm up.
Thank you very much. I'm here? Right.
Get alive! I got this!
Let's see. I have secrets too.
Come on!
You gotta do better!
Here we go.
Don't get caught! You're in it now!
I'm not back. Do my best.
Alive! Fix yourself! Come on, let's go! You're done now! That's how you do it!
Nice!
I did it!
Fuckers.
Shit.
Shit!
I don't like the looks of that smoke!
Let's bounce!
Cowards! Where are you going?
Fools. This isn't over yet. What?
Ishioda-san! Damn it!
Since you came all this way, allow us to show you some hospitality, Ogasawara-san.
Namba. All of this is gonna be lost to history now. All the counterfeit bills. And my brother. You had to wait until the very end to stab me in the back.
Namba, I wish I could have saved something that would have led you to your brother. But your life was on the line, man. Shut up!
If you ask me, Namba, you have very good friends.
You call them friends?
Yes. And I can help you with your problem. You want to know where your brother is?
Huh?
He was very close to discovering the truth of the fake bills in Ijincho. I knew that if he discovered that truth, I'd have to kill him. But I also knew that killing him would be a terrible talent. So I found a way to use him.
Where is he now?
He's residing among the outcasts of our residential district. He's not allowed to leave, of course.
No, but he's safe and well.
Really?
What the fuck? Why didn't you tell us? I know it would have been risky, but still.
Far too risky. We couldn't tell you, and we especially couldn't tell Namba-san. He's been a prime target of the Aegin 3 ever since he found out about the counterfeiting.
Well, I do see what you mean.
You ought to realize the only reason we're telling you now is because your friends helped me by risking their lives. And they did that for you, not me. Just so you know.
So what do you say, Namba?
I can't just take her word for it. I need to see him for myself.
Let's get the hell out of here then. I really don't feel like getting burnt to a crisp.
Yeah, stand up, let's go!
What do you think this place is? The public jail?
Don't worry, we won't be staying long. I just couldn't think of anywhere else we could take a guy we kidnapped.
Did it have to be here, though?
Sorry.
You're not gonna torture him, are you? I can't allow that.
This guy's the director of Bleach Japan. He led an Omi Alliance army into Ijincho. Thanks to him, the Great Wall of Mata come down.
Is that true?
Yeah. So do you really want to let him walk out of here? Think about it.
Not really. Okay. Just be gone by morning.
We got it. Thanks. Boy, do I have a lot of questions for you, Ogasawara-san. Lucky it's a long time till sunrise.